If you're a mom experiencing postpartum shedding and you have locks, or you're just curious about how to manage postpartum shedding with locks, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm spilling all the tea on everything I did to grow my hair back after experiencing postpartum shedding with my sister locks. Hey mamas, welcome back to my channel. Okay mamas, before we get into this video, I have been locked for a whole year. Can you believe it? Like 1 year I've been locked. Mamas, if you want me to do a video on everything I have learned in the year of being locked, comment below and let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in. Okay mama, so let me take you back to about 3 months after I had my 4th baby. And that's when postpartum shedding knocked on my door. Saying it's time, open a door. You know, I knew it was here when my hairline initially started to feel tender. And mamas, I'm not tender-headed, so I knew something was going on. I knew postpartum shedding had arrived. And then came the dreaded white bulbs. I noticed way more throughout my locks. Yep. Shedding had officially kicked in. But don't worry, I took all the right steps to make sure this postpartum shedding I was going through with my locks. And by the way, this was a new experience for me because the other 3 times I experienced postpartum shedding, that was with my loose natural hair. So I wasn't too sure or 100% sure what I was going to be experiencing with my locks. But what I did have was the knowledge that I had with my other experiences with postpartum shedding when I had my loose natural hair. And I basically used that knowledge with my locks, and that's what I'm about to share with you. So first things first, I immediately spoke with my loctician. As soon as I started noticing that my hairline was feeling tender, and then also the shed and the white bulbs that I was noticing throughout my locks, I informed my loctician straight away. And this was really important because this meant that when I was going for my reties, attention had to be minimum. I mean, usually when I go for my reties, my loctician is really good. The tension is always minimum, but I needed that minimum to go even more lower because I didn't want to take any risks when it came to my locks. You know, I wanted to do everything possible to hang on to as many locks as possible. I was just trying to take extra precaution basically, you know, and my loctician was great. She followed suit and she kept those reties. I mean, she was very, very gentle with my hair during my reties, which was a big relief for me. You know, I'm blessed to have a loctician that actually listens because some of these hairstylists, locticians, they don't listen when we speak, and she listens to me and she took it as serious as I took it. I also made a tough decision to cut off some of my locks around my edges in particular because they were literally hanging on for dear life, and they were causing somewhat of tension. So if I had, you know, put my hair up or something for bed, or any little thing that I'll do, like maybe I'm just like running my fingers through my locks to kind of detangle it, it would snag onto my finger and cause a little bit of pain. My loctician just decided that it was best to cut off those locks and reassured me that they would grow back. Yeah, cutting it off wasn't a big deal. I think in total we cut off about 5 or 6 locks from my hairline, and then in total throughout the whole postpartum shedding, I lost about 10 locks around my hairline, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't a lot. Sometimes you just have to let go to grow, right? And that's exactly what happened. I let go of the ones that were just hanging on for dear life and they grew back. The next thing I did was stick to my lock regimen. Now, even with postpartum shedding in full swing, I stayed consistent with my lock regimen. So that was regular washing every 2 weeks and moisturizing weekly. So keeping my locks clean, healthy and moisturized was the key to getting through this phase with ease. It's about losing all of my locks basically. So mamas, don't skip your lock regimen if you're going through postpartum shedding. This is not a time to relax. It's not the time to be lazy. be consistent. The other thing is I kept taking my prenatal vitamins up to a year after giving birth. These vitamins are packed with nutrients that are not only beneficial for your body but also for your hair. I really believe they played a role in supporting my hair during this time, honestly. So if you're still taking your prenatals, keep going. If you're not, get on it. Get on it as soon as possible. Now let's talk about managing stress. I tried my best to not be stressed, especially with postpartum shedding, especially because this was something new with locks. I know it's easier said than done, but that was really important to me, that I stayed stress-free. You know, I made it a point, something that I struggle with anyway, asking for help, but I made it a point to ask for help when I needed it, whether that was with my children, help around the house, whatever the case may be. If I felt like I needed help, I would ask, just to avoid becoming overwhelmed and stressed, because I knew that stress could potentially make postpartum shedding worse than it needs to be. Stress can seriously affect your hair, so I made managing my stress a priority during this time. I mean, in general, it's good to manage your stress, whether you have locks, whether you're going for postpartum shedding, whether you have loose natural hair. Managing your stress in general will be a good thing when it comes to keeping your hair on your head. So mamas, if you're stressing out, remember to take a deep breath, ask for help, and remember, you've got this. Mamas, if you have experienced postpartum shedding with locks or even with your loose natural hair, drop a comment below and let me know how you managed your postpartum shedding during that time. Just let me know about your experience, comment below. So mamas, before I continue, if you are struggling with your little one's hair, if you're feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or even feeling like you have failed because you don't know how to care for your little one's hair, I've got you as always. Click the link below this video and book a consultation call with me. I want to talk to you. I want to help you. I want to help you create an effective regimen for your little one's hair. I want to help you when it comes to, you know, product suggestions. I just want to help you get off that struggle bus, okay, mamas? So click the link below this video and book a call with me, and I look forward to speaking with you. Now, mamas, to deal with the locks that I lost around my edges, hairline, I started to rock middle partings a lot more. And that was really just to kind of hide, camouflage my edges. They weren't bad at all, to be honest, but I just didn't want to show them too much. And also I was very careful when it came to styling. I didn't even do any styles, to be honest. All I did was twist outs and braid outs on my locks, and that's it. So no tight styles and nothing. I just left my hair loose. It worked wonders, and not to mention it was cute. Basically just doing anything that would cause tension on my scalp. I avoided that like the plague, which was literally a lifesaver for my locks. It kept my locks on my head where I wanted it to be. I never skipped sleeping with my silk scarf. Wrapping up my locks at night was a must. There was like no negotiation. To keep my locks protected in place and just not rubbing on my cotton pillowcases. And yeah, I just didn't want any of that on my locks. Just reduce all of that friction from, you know, twisting and turning at night. Overall, it just helps to maintain the health and integrity of my locks. Here's the exciting part, mamas. Within 3 months, my edges, the locks that my loctician cut off around my edges, had grown back. Literally, it was back. It was back like it never left. I was so happy. We did wait some time for it to grow out a bit more before she locked them back in. So yes, mamas, the tips that I have shared with you, they really work. I was so excited to see how quick they had grown back, and especially when my loctician was able to lock them, even more excited. You know, the whole thing was a process, but it was worth it. It was worth it in the end, because I didn't lose that many locks. My locks were still healthy. They're still flourishing, as you can probably see from the screen. Yeah, so overall, I am happy. Postpartum shedding experience with locks wasn't bad at all. So mamas, if you're going through postpartum shedding with locks, I just want you to know that you're not alone. And secondly, your hair will bounce back. If you treat your locks with tender, loving care, give it what it needs, stay consistent with your lock regimen, it will bounce back. Oh, mamas, if you're rocking your loose natural hair, I've got you too. Click the link shown right now on the bottom left hand corner of the screen. I talk you through my experience of postpartum shedding with my loose and natural hair, how I managed my postpartum shedding with my loose natural hair and avoided an excessive amount of hair loss. This video is a must watch if you have loose natural hair. This video will help you to navigate this postpartum shedding experience with a lot more ease. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.